Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sci-fi Anathema. Yes, I am aware that it's April the 8th. Due to circumstances, especially with the COVID-19, things have been quite hectic for not just for me, but for everybody else. But nevertheless, we are here. So in this video, I'm going to do my review on The Mandalorian. Don't worry, there's very minor spoilers. I mean minor, I mean like very little spoilers. I'm not going to spoil the entire plot, let alone the whole season. So, what is The Mandalorian? Just quickly for those who don't know, The Mandalorian is a web series that's available through Disney Plus. It's obviously from Star Wars. So here's just the minor spoiler part. So basically, The Mandalorian is based on more specifically focuses on the protagonist. And the protagonist is the Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian, for those who are not too familiar with the Star Wars universe, the Mandalorian is not any particular race. At least not in the modern timeline. In the old timeline, it was, but that's a whole story about that. The Mandalorian is basically a tribe, a culture of bounty hunters. And the main character is just known as the Mandalorian. We never get his actual name. He's also known as Mando, but that's just it. And throughout the season, season 1, we do learn about his background a little bit, but we never get his actual original name. And as you can see here, so one thing I want to kind of clarify is that Baby Yoda is not the official / true name of this creature here. How this creature got the name Baby Yoda is that, well, obviously he's a baby, and he resembles the species, the same race as Yoda. The same species as Yoda. But, as of today in Star Wars, both Legends and canon, to my knowledge, there is no official name given to Yoda's species or race. Hence, that's why I called Baby Yoda. But in Disney, Star Wars, the creature is officially known as just the child. So it does have an actual name. So if you hear the name Baby Yoda, it's not official, it's not from Disney, that's just the fan base, what the fan base came up with. And okay, so that's pretty much the end of the spoilers. So it was, like I said, it was very tiny. So what I really like this season, this series so far, because we get to see the life of a bounty hunter. What makes The Mandalorian really good is really the pacing, the environment, the places they go to, the story. The story does not feel like it was forced or rushed anything. I felt like the story went on a very good pace throughout the whole season. And the environment of each season is very well fitting, as well as the music. It really sinks in well to the theme in whatever scenario the Mandalorian and the child get into. And what I really like about the Mandalorian, or better known as Mando, is that he is not a Gary Stu, which is basically the guy version of a Mary Sue. he is not a Mary Sue. In by Mary Sue, I mean he is not the person who just wins every battle so easily. He's not some invincible slash near immortality kind of person. He's not like Superman where he basically cannot really die. But he is relatable, right? He goes to training, right? Right? He's the kind of person you want to root for him. So how the character was created, how I see it is that what makes any character likable, it has to follow two conditions, in my opinion. One, they have to be relatable to some extent, and the second is they have to be likable. And he does meet those characteristics. He's relatable to extent because, he's just a worker just trying to survive in a galaxy far, far away. And what makes him likable is the actions he takes. He's not some cold-blooded killer. He is someone with feelings and emotions, someone who's going through thoughts, emotions, trials, errors, obstacles, etc. And yes, he's professional. Yes, he's very good at what he does, but he doesn't win every single time. And when he does lose, it's not through some supernatural force or it's just some plot convenience. But when he is defeated, it is due to his shortcomings. It's very extremely rarely does he ever lose based on the circumstance or the environment around him. And that's what makes him really likable. Because yes, he does win battles, but he also loses battles, right? That's relatable. Because, throughout our life, our own personal journeys, we go through trials and errors, obstacles, emotions, conflicts. We sometimes win and sometimes we lose. And that's what makes the character so great. Throughout his journey, he's just trying to do this one thing that he chooses to set his mind to it. And then throughout the whole season, he meets other characters as well. Well, and it's really very interesting. And I don't want to give away too much of what happens, because I definitely the best way to enjoy The Mandalorian is obviously to go and watch it for yourself. So the season 1 just ended back in December. So definitely go to Disney Plus and catch up with all the episodes. And season 2 is supposed to come out later this year. I believe it was October, I believe. So that's when season 2 will come out. But yeah, that's why I really enjoy The Mandalorian. It's definitely worth watching. This is one of the few contents made by Disney of Star Wars that I actually enjoy. That Disney actually got it correct. Right. This was not something that was half-baked. It's not something that was rushed or had like plot armor, plot convenience. Everything happened because within the universe, things didn't go the way the protagonist wanted to. Not to mention his shortcomings, betrayal, and circumstances that led him to where he is. That's what happens. So it's definitely worth watching, definitely worth checking out. Yeah. In fact, with the whole quarantine because of COVID-19, you might as well just watch the whole season. For enjoying a series like this, I recommend just watching one episode a week. The reason why is because when you watch any series like once a week, that's the best way you can enjoy it. But you can also digest it as well. And this is kind of going a little tangent, and because that's what Disney did. They actually released one episode a week, and through that I was able to enjoy it a lot more, as opposed to when Netflix released The Witcher. The series itself is good, but the problem was they released everything kind of at once. They released, I think it was like an episode a day. And the problem was the story itself in that universe in The Witcher was not bad at all. The characters were developed. The plot was fine. It didn't go in a fast pace, but because of the hasty release of the episode, it felt like it was rushed. It felt like it might feel like it's forced, or at the very least, there's not enough room to breathe, and so you can't really enjoy it when you really want to just pause and digest it. So if this is the first time watching The Mandalorian, I definitely recommend just when watching it, just do one episode a week. That way you can really digest it, learn about it. Just we come to really learn what's going on in each episode, talk with friends, etc. Versus just watching it every day. So if you are going to binge it, I would say just only binge on stuff that you've seen already, that you're familiar with. That is something you've already seen. But if it's your first time, if you're going to binge something, don't binge it every single day or every hour, because you'll probably go insane and you won't enjoy it. Okay? Because it kind of takes the fun out of it if you just see everything at once. And that was the mistake I did. Not with Mandalorian, but with another series I saw, where I saw everything at once, and then after that I got bored real quick. And that's what I have to say about The Mandalorian. That's my impressions. I liked it. All characters developed. Right, a lot of plot twists and turns. Kept me engaged. So yes, the next video, it'll be next month. I've considered doing it like every 2 weeks, because my current job, I'm only working 8 hours a week every other week, so I might release more videos more often. But then again, I've applied to another job, so we're still waiting to hear from those. So not too definitely sure yet as far as like upload schedule. Okay. But next video, I'm going to talk about Warhammer 40k. I'm going to talk about one of the primer books, my books, and doing a kind of a review about it. Or I might do like a recommendation. That's what I'll do. But who knows? So until next time.